As
Got everything I want.
Nice work, G. It's a PC.
My budget was $1,500. This computer will do everything that I need. You can't beat that. I'm feeling.
it'll do everything you need for about 2 weeks until you start to get viruses. And now all the PC guys are gonna jump on me right there, saying, "Oh, well, if you get a virus, you don't know what you're doing." You know that's total BS. You can go to Google and type in Windows and go to a site and get some malware, spyware. You don't have to be an idiot to get a virus. It's just too easy these days. I mean, let's move on.
Great. I'm a PC because I'm really picky.
Because you're really picky. All right. Well, this is $12.99. Let's go a little more in depth with this. This video is going to be 2 videos, but you know, whatever. It happens. All right. So hard drive. Let's put the 320 gigabyte hard drive. That's $14.49. That's still under. And we won't really include any software because you already get iLife, which is better than all the trial software crap you get with a Windows PC. Alright, so again, what I was saying earlier was, like, when you buy a Mac, you're not only getting better hardware, better looking hardware, you're also getting a higher quality operating system. If Microsoft's operating system, like, you know, Windows, was really so good, then they would advertise it. I mean, Mac ads are rarely about hardware. Maybe now that they're going green, but they don't compare hardware. All they do, they compare their operating systems. They say, oh, Vista gets viruses, Leopard has Time Machine, you know, Leopard does this, and Windows doesn't. Because they compare their operating system, not their hardware. If Windows had anything really fantastic about it, Microsoft would show you that. But because, honestly, it really doesn't. Like, again, anything that you can do on Windows, you can do on a Mac. Now, like I said, like I was saying earlier, there's some software on Windows that you just can't find on Mac. But if worst comes to worst, you can just make a 20 gig partition on your hard drive, install Windows, do what you need to do. Thank you, Mr. McIntosh. You can't do that on a PC. You can't install Leopard without hacking it and getting troublesome updates and, you know, all that garbage. So basically, bottom line, for $1,500, he could have easily bought a MacBook and be perfectly happy, and not for 2 months before he has to restore or take it back, or, you know, whatever. He'd be perfectly happy with this computer, and this would have, adding that 320 gig hard drive, it would be under his budget. He would have a great system. This is probably just as powerful, if not more powerful, and that's just hardware again. Like, if you had the Leopard operating system instead of Vista, he'd be happier. It's easier to use, it's easier to get around. I mean, it's just a better operating system. It's more sturdy. It doesn't come with trial software, you know, all the typical Windows stuff. And again, all the PC guys are probably going to jump on me right there. And really, I don't care, because I've used Windows for years. And this is the first computer that's been in this house that I've used that has OS X on it. And I'm perfectly happy with it. I mean, it's not my computer, but believe me, I use it enough for it to be. And I have never had any problems with it. I haven't had to restore yet. I chose to once, but I mean, that's what you do with a computer, you restore it. But it wasn't because I needed to, it's just because I felt that it was just being old and I wanted to reorganize everything. So this video is getting kind of long, going to like 13 and a half minutes. But basically this commercial is just stupid. If Microsoft really wants to have a strong ad campaign, they should just wait until Windows 7 is released and put some more work into Windows 7 so it has some killer features, and then advertise the features, not hardware that they don't even make. I mean, the commercials like this are they're stupid, they're a waste of money, they don't get their point across, and they're just, I don't even know the word for it. They're pointless, they're stupid, and if they want to, like, make Mac users mad, I mean, I guess they kind of do. Like the last ad, she called it the Mac Store instead of the Apple Store. Then this commercial is saying, like, the Macs are about aesthetics and not power. Just little jabs like that at Apple is the best Microsoft can do. They can't bring Apple down. The only thing they can say about Macs are the price. And while Macs are pricey, I mean, I would never pay like $2,000 for a MacBook Air. That's just not going to happen. That is some of Apple's computers are overpriced. But again, they will last twice as long. You have better hardware, better looking hardware, bundled with a better operating system. You'll just be overall happier if you buy a MacBook, especially for $1,500. Now, the last commercial, she wanted a notebook for under $1,000, and there's only one that is at $1,000, which is the baseline MacBook, which is a little outdated. You wouldn't be getting the very good specs, but that's what you get when you get a Mac. You get quality. It is higher priced, but as DRB UK says, it's kind of like a premium club. You pay the extra to have the better hardware. So, and as David the Creative One says, you get what you pay for. That's pretty much true for just about anything, not computers. Buy a car, computers, water, pop, I don't care. You get what you pay for. If you want to spend, $500 on a laptop, you're going to get a $500 laptop. If you want to spend, I don't know, $1,700, you're going to get a $1,700 computer. So that's pretty much all I have to say for this video. It's longer than I wanted it to be, but that's just how I feel about this whole thing. Microsoft really needs to really boost up their operating system, stop worrying about the hardware, and just add some killer features to their operating system. I will say that Windows 7 is much better than Vista from what I've seen so far. Like, I've used the beta, you can see my previous videos. Windows 7 is definitely a step forward in the right direction, but compared to Leopard, it's not even close. And a lot of guys, again, a lot of PC guys will jump on me for that, but I guarantee half of them haven't even used Leopard for more than 2 minutes. So, it's whatever. So, if you want to buy a Windows machine, go right ahead. Great. If it works for you, then use it. But Windows doesn't work for me, so I don't use it any more than I have to. So, that's pretty much it for this video. Leave a comment, video response, you know what to do. Twitter, twitter.com/CPUKid. Follow me, enjoy the ride, and I'll see you in my next video.